All right, y'all. So over the weekend, some all kind of drama took place with the Florida A&M football team. 26 players were ruled ineligible to play against the North Carolina Tar Heels. They had so few offensive linemen that the coach literally considered canceling the game. That would have been detrimental because this was a $450,000 payday to Florida A&M. Now, y'all know HBCUs, they ain't getting no $450,000 games every single week. And so this absolutely mattered. They chose to actually play the game. They were competitive for about a half with Florida A&M, with North Carolina, ended up losing to them, giving up 56 points. Now, the president of Florida A&M University, Larry Robinson, released a letter. And this is what he released, okay, in response to all of this drama regarding these ineligible players. Pull it up, please. This is a letter that he released. Pull it up in my monitor here. And so what he said in his letter, this was released publicly, okay, about Florida A&M. He said, and first of all, y'all, why are we using this? This should be in our graphics form. This is simply too small. You can't read this, okay? So we shouldn't be showing this here, okay? Greetings from North Carolina, where our Rattler football team and coaches are getting ready to face off against the North Carolina Tar Heels at 8 p.m. tonight. I'm incredibly proud of our coaches, staff, volunteers, alumni, and friends who are here to support the courageous young men on our team who will compete to the best of their abilities in this contest. The Marching 100 band is also here and will mesmerize the crowd in their typical fashion. I must commend our Rattler football team members for expressing their concerns about matters that my administrative team and support staff will handle more effectively. We have a responsibility to work together with our student athletes, coaches, and staff to provide academic, health, safety, and other services needed for student success at Florida A&M University. We have a shared commitment to a culture of accountability and compliance, and as senior administrators and staff, we must lead the way. I often brag about our students and their willingness over the years to engage in important matters of the public's good and of significance to their well-being. I'm incredibly proud that these young men stepped up in the face of current challenges and expressed their concerns in that revered Rattler tradition. The issues raised by these young men will get our full time and attention and will be prioritized by our recently established athletic support committee, which includes administrators and staff from throughout the university community. These matters will be a standing agenda item at my weekly senior leadership team meetings. We will see progress. And as for today, our team is here. Our coaches and staff are here. We will compete and do our best to win. Once again, I am thankful for all of the coaches, staff, and student athletes who played a role in making this happen. Okay. Let me go ahead and just say this right now. And again, y'all, I've spoken on the Florida A&M campus. Y'all know how I feel about the importance of HBCUs. I know many Florida A&M graduates, my frat brother Will Packer, Rob Hardy. I know Cheryl Smith. I know Kim Godwin. All kind of people. Myra Lowe is down there. She's the head of the School of Communications. I was just with her when Ben Crump gave them a $50,000 check for the School of Journalism. But I ain't got no choice but to say this. President Robinson, that is a bullshit-ass statement. Put the statement back in my mind. That was a trash-ass statement from the president of Florida A&M University. First of all, in the letter, he says, our recently established athletic support committee, which includes administrators and staff. You fired the damn you fired the athletic director. If you have a real AD, you don't need no damn athletic support committee. That's the point of a damn athletic director. The point of an athletic director and athletic department is to actually do what the hell you're supposed to do and have your university in compliance. How the hell you go to the first game and you don't know who's eligible? This is real basic. This is some basic ass administrative duties. And then to say these matters will be a standing agenda item at my weekly senior leadership team. You just found out 2 days before a game, you find out that 26 players not eligible. Guys who transferred in from other places. You don't know they're eligible? What the hell were y'all doing at Florida A&M? We ain't talking a small private NAIA HBCU. We're talking about a member of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, a school that's one of the top football programs, and y'all just figured this out? Y'all might say, oh, Roland, don't be dogging Florida A&M. Okay, show the letter the players dropped today. This came from the Florida A&M football team. Come on, pull it up. Let's go. Well, y'all moving too damn slow. You should have had it ready. Let's go. Come on, pull the letter up. Y'all, the Florida A&M football team, y'all gonna make me pull it up. See, y'all should have had the damn letter ready. The Florida A&M football team dropped their own letter in response to what the hell the president had to say. And in their particular letter, they like, yeah, we got some concerns here, Mr. President. We got some concerns with what y'all doing and how y'all operating. Let me see if I can pull that right here. It's dumb. And I don't care. The president can be pissed off at me all he wants to. Fine. Call me. I'll be happy to take your phone call. But this don't make any sense what's going down at Florida A&M. So y'all got a letter? Okay, well, come on. This don't make no sense. Y'all could have had the letter and put it up on the screen. All right. Okay, so let me go ahead and read this letter. Okay, let me do this here. Let me do screen sharing so y'all can see it. Okay, so let me sit here and do this here. All right, here we go. So this is the letter from the team. All right. They say our campus partners, put it on my honor, also share responsibility in this fiasco. During the admissions process, several of us had to submit academic transcripts, letters of recommendations, and immunization records multiple times because prior submissions were either misplaced or never forwarded to the proper department. Stop. How in the hell football players got to submit multiple documents because you got folks who don't know how to sit here and actually get it right? Again, this is what happens when you fire the AD. This is what happens when you have a department that is simply, y'all should have the graphic up on y'all end. Come on. All right. This is what happens when you fired the AD and you ain't got no control in your doggone department. This makes no sense to me, y'all. I don't understand what the problem is with, I don't understand what's going on with Florida A&M, where you literally have no institutional control and you have no idea what is happening with your own department. Okay, let me zoom in further, pull it back up. Here we go. Currently, we have multiple players, put in my monitor. We have multiple players that have been deemed unable to participate in competition because simple tasks such as changing of majors, conferring of degrees, and the submission of grades have not been completed promptly. That's your administrator's fault, President Robinson. One such player submitted a change of major form on August 10th, and it is yet to be completed by his advisor or department. Is this the fulfillment of our university motto, excellence with caring? Now, y'all spend a lot of time going after that girl who took some butt-naked photos on one of y'all, on one of your campus monuments, but you damn sure didn't have this together. Yeah, right. I'm doing damn roll call because this is embarrassing as hell to Florida A&M family. Summer school. Dr. Robinson, because of our athletic obligations in the fall and spring semesters, summer school is vital to the academic success of our team. It is imperative that our scholarships cover at least part-time enrollment for the summer term. Additionally, football games are not won during football season. They are won in the grueling workouts and team activities during winter, spring, and summer months. In the summer of 2021, we were provided tuition of up to 6 credit hours plus room and board. We were able to transform our bodies and develop into a championship caliber team. This summer, your administration, y'all, they're talking to the president of Florida A&M. This summer, your administration decided not to provide housing or meals for us during summer school. Now, how in the hell in the hell you got a football team and they ain't got no damn meals and nowhere to live? This decision has had detrimental effects on our preparation for the 2022 season. Many of us were not able to maintain or increase body weights because of a lack of nutrition. Y'all, we talking football. Your ass gotta maintain strict. Most of us found minimum wage employment, but because of educational and athletic obligations, we were unable to work enough hours to fully provide for our needs. Do you think the same conditions are placed on the players at the University of North Carolina or Jackson State? You claim to support us, but I'm gonna pull it up. Pull the next page, y'all. You claim to support us. If I can pull it, there we go. Here we go. You claim to support us. Support is much more than cheering for us during games or offering a few kind words after a big victory. That press release you sent out, President Robinson, that's what they're talking about. We were in the midst of the search for the next athletic director at FAMU. It was very disheartening that there is no student-athlete representation on the 18-member search committee, nor were there any discussions held with us regarding the characteristics or qualifications of our next leader. Oh, by the way, when they fired the AD, he got a job that quick as the number 2 at Tulane University. In contrast, every elected Student Government Association president is seated on the university's board of trustees. It is important that students' voices are considered in shaping the future of this institution. Concerning the next athletic director, it is our belief that the individual selected should have extensive administrative experience from successful NCAA member institutions and efficient organizational structure model to address current existing personnel deficits and a proven track record of successful fundraising. The same athletic department that had, if I'm correct, and Scotty, you correct me if I'm wrong, he's going to be next, that had what, 6 in 10 years? 6 ADs in 10 years? Yeah, we're going to discuss that next. The idea of placing a person in the position because ties to FAMU is not appealing to us at all. We need fresh ideas and innovation to achieve the level of excellence that FAMU athletics is capable of. Underappreciation. Dr. Robinson, the NCAA allows players to receive 4 tickets for all games in which we participate. That has been the standard since we arrived at FAMU. Last week, we were informed that the current athletic administration had reduced the number of tickets that we will receive from 4 to 2. So your ass can't feed them, you can't house them, now you're reducing tickets. This decision left our family and friends who had already made arrangements to travel to Chapel Hill, scrambling to purchase expensive tickets to see us play. That's how you treat your football players, President Robinson? Our family and support systems should not be burdened in this manner. The vast majority of them incur hotel and travel expenses, and the facilitation of game tickets should require minimal effort from our athletic administration. Is that the last part of that statement? Bring up our script, Scotty. Y'all, he's a contributor to the Black Star Network. The SWAC been tripping with his YouTube channel, and so they've been blocking him for stupid, petty-ass reasons. And so luckily, he's about to get his YouTube channel back. And SWAC, y'all keep playing games with Scotty. Don't worry about it. I hit some higher-ups at YouTube because y'all tripping. Oh, yeah, don't think I ain't going to call somebody at the top of the food chain. Y'all keep playing with the brothers because y'all don't like his criticism. Scott, this is stupid right here. And that was a bullshit statement by the president. And yeah, and the president of FAMU may not invite me to the campus, may not come on the show, but somebody got to say it. And the players were nice. They basically said the president is full of crap.
Absolutely. And see, you missed the last section. I think the last section is the best section. I got it on my computer. It says,
I'm going to find it. Go ahead.
It says, on Friday, after much dialogue with our team, we decided to play at UNC. We determined that we would not play for this institution, but for our families, teammates, and classmates, our rabid fan base, and our coaches who have prepared us and love us. We played our guts out, and in the process, 2 of our teammates suffered season-ending injuries. After the game, we decided to protest the Marching 100's playing of the Florida song in the FAMU alma mater by kneeling during both songs. We will continue to do so until significant changes that facilitate a positive student-athlete experience are made. We will not sing a song that begins College of a Love and Charity when we feel neither from this university. Dr. Robinson, this letter is not a personal attack, but a demand for positive change and a culture shift in the current direction of FAMU athletics. We came to FAMU to better our lives, and we are expressing concerns about impediments to the goal. We are not interested in the further empty dialogue with you and your staff. We want changes made now. We have given our bodies and shed blood, sweat, and tears on behalf of the institution. It's time for FAMU to reciprocate the love.
No, this is what happens when you run off an athletic director who balanced your books, was making improvements, and you fire him for some silly-ass reason that we all know is BS and they've yet to explain to the public, and now you running around. That's like trying to sit here and, well, we're going to do Roland's show and run Roland Network without Roland. But he controlled the money, he controlled everything, but we're going to do this without him. No, you can't do that. And for the president to act like, oh my God, I just found out what's going on. This is an abdication of leadership.
And it gets worse than that, Ro, because I don't even know if you've seen the updates that's been coming along. So some of the FAMU players have actually gone and got a lawyer, and the lawyer went out and put it on Twitter. The lawyer's name is Tom Mars at Tom Mars Law. He says, 2 FAMU players retained me yesterday to help FAMU seek a reconsideration for the NCAA regarding their eligibility. FAMU has ignored multiple requests from us to see the paperwork that FAMU sent to the NCAA on their behalf. In contrast, Coach Simmons has been very supportive. So now you're also fighting the kids doing their due diligence to make sure that you did the paperwork right so they can come back and play, because they've already missed games. And now you have some players who missed 4 games. You have some players who are out for the season. And everybody's trying to rush to get their paperwork together for the Orange Blossom Classic this Sunday.
And to your point, Tom Mars, what he laid out was he said that he was indeed hired. He said, look at this, y'all. Look at this here. He said, incredible mismanagement by FAMU. Most, if not all, of these players followed the direction of their advisor to the letter. If the NCAA needs a pound of flesh, they should take it from FAMU and let these guys play. And you have leadership who's acting like, and then praising them. Oh, the band's here. We ready to play. Oh, my goodness. We all ready. Hey, dog, this was no time for some cute-ass little statement.
Absolutely. And what makes it even worse and what people have to really realize is the kids actually did it for the school, because even though they say the fans, if you break a buyout, if you break a contract where a school is supposed to pay you $450,000 on the day of the game, I believe the return penalty was that FAMU would have had to pay North Carolina $500,000 just for them missing that game. So in return, they saved FAMU a big check that they could not cash if they didn't play the game.
And here's the deal. Those players did not have to play that game. They could have said, we ain't playing. And now FAMU had to cough that money up. So you're right. The players saved FAMU's ass.
And you're not seeing the reciprocity coming back to FAMU players. I've had conversations with some FAMU players to where they're saying they're bunking up. They're bunking up with other teammates. They're bunking up with females at the dorms. They're not allowed in the cabs sometimes because they don't have money for food and things like that unless the coaches are with them. And you know, a lot of people talk about, oh, you need to come back to HBCUs and do it for the culture. But you have kids that are currently on campus sacrificing their dignity, sacrificing their ability to play at other schools just to stay at FAMU and to deal with all these things going on. And you can't have a president that's not standing up for his players and his football players, letting them just lay with the wolves or just feeding for themselves. It's just ridiculous.
Y'all, look, I know Julian had to go call her back because I really need, she was the president of Bennett. I just need her just to weigh in as a former HBCU president. Makongo is there, Renita is there. Makongo, this is an abomination. That statement from President Robinson, that is not leadership.
Look, everybody knows you, Roland. You always say if you do good, I'm going to talk about you. If you do bad, I'm going to talk about you. Either way, I'm talking about you. And this is, I mean, goodness gracious. This is a lack of leadership once again, on every level. And schools are supposed to be places where they are creating leaders of the future. They are not only jeopardizing these men's athletic careers, they're jeopardizing their academic careers and their future professional careers. These brothers are going to have to spend time probably going back to summer school, taking extra classes, probably going to have to take more jobs. We don't know what's going on with any of their type of financial aid or loan or grant status as players. He is potentially destroying the lives of these men for years to come. And we already have issues enough with HBCUs as it relates to getting them the funding that they need and the respect that they need and that they fight for every single day with real leaders and real athletic directors and real presidents who are busting their behinds every day for our young people. And this is a failure at every juncture. And I'm so glad you played the letter of the students, because without that, so many people are just going to go by what President Robinson is saying and say, oh, well, these kids should be thankful just to get an education and they're working with them. No, he's destroying their future, and this is disgraceful. We talked about what BYU did on the other side with the racism and everything, but this is homegrown ineptitude that's coming from our own people that is destroying the lives of these brothers, and I commend them for standing up. And as you said, as off script, they could have cost FAMU $500,000 by not showing up, but they're still there, still showing the character, still showing the spirit, still showing up for the school, showing up for their family, showing up for their community, and they can't even get the proper housing and the meals. This is disgraceful. The athletic director should still be there, and this president has to go.
Hey, Scotty, here's the whole deal. People forget that the Grambling football team protested years ago to conditions on that particular campus. The Florida A&M band should say, ain't gonna be no halftime unless you fix what's happening with the football team. This is where you gotta have allies saying, no, business ain't gonna be business as usual. And this is where, and Florida A&M is also a state school. Where in the hell is the Florida Black Caucus? Where the legislator is saying, hey, what's happening here is wrong. This is utterly ridiculous. And for the players to be complaining about not having housing and no food, man, give me a damn break.
No, it's ridiculous, and you're seeing it at just every level because this happened last year where a few players, not to this magnitude of 26 players, but you had very significant prominent players that you were expecting to come into this OBC game that were supposed to be playing. They weren't playing. Why? Because of paperwork issues. And now you having one person in compliance who has to do all the compliance and all the push of the paperwork for all these athletes. But to me, they'll say, well, we're underfunded, under-resourced, but you're still cashing checks. You're still getting paid on the 1st and 15th. So you're okay to spend the money, but you're not doing the work that's required to get the check. So something has to give. You either have to come out and ask for help publicly and say, hey, FAMU is leaving me without the resources to do right by these kids, because you being in silence, to me, just says that you're adding to the problem. You're just hiding it and hoping you wouldn't get caught, but you got caught.
And Roland, here's the deal. These HBCU students ain't playing. We saw protests at Howard University over dorms. We saw it happening down there in Atlanta. We see it happening at Lincoln University. Tennessee State, not Lincoln University. Tennessee State over housing. These folks will go to social media and call your ass out. They ain't playing that whole game. Yo, don't criticize us because you'll make us look bad. No, you're making yourself look bad.
No, this is terrible. It's egregious, and it's also unbelievable. And the reason I say it's unbelievable is because we all know that HBCUs are struggling, usually struggling financially, but some of these problems are not even about money. That's what's so unbelievable. It's like they could just do better. And it's just such bad timing, too, when you've got now unprecedented attention towards HBCU athletics with everything that Deion Sanders has done. Like, this is the wrong time for all this. And so, like Amakambo was talking, he was saying that, they're really ruining their lives. I was thinking the same thing, because they could have gone to a white university and been treated this poor. Like, this is it's just unbelievable. And it's embarrassing. And as somebody who grew up in Florida, I just absolutely hate to see that this has happened to FAMU, because FAMU is a well-loved HBCU. It's important to the state. It's important to our culture. I mean, it's just unbelievable, and it's unacceptable.
Hey, Scott, I'm going to give you the final word, but I'm going to say this here. President Robinson, you need to come on this show. You need to be. You need to sit down. Don't just try to. He needs to do a live stream where he is addressing these issues, where he's addressing these football players, and what he should be saying, what that little weak ass press release should have said is, I've told my administrators you got 72 hours to fix the problem. Not, oh, this is going to be on my agenda at my weekly meeting. First of all, that's you saying we're going to let this thing continue for weeks on end. Nah, but the football players, ain't no game. Ain't no game. Ban, we ain't playing. Shut it down, send that kind of message to the administration.
That's a tough one because, you know, you had top players who Isaiah Lands, the BJ Bowlers, that have NFL draft stock that were not allowed to play in the UNC game. And we know what happens when, you know, you do well against a FBS program, the Jacoby Durants, the Darius Leonards, you get looked at differently and you get picked up prospectively. But this is the thing. I have a good friend who's a FAMU. He's a legacy. His mom and dad both taught at FAMU. His name is Kofi Hemingway, and he said numerous of times that they need a town hall meeting. They need to have President Larry Robinson in the middle, and he addressed all the questions and concerns from fans, from alums, from sports to athletes, all of it, because you can't sit up in your room, you can't come down for the press releases and the pictures and not deal with the real issues that are going on at FAMU. And I hope somebody holds them accountable, and we'll see where it goes from there.
All right, so this is real simple. So y'all can spread the word. Florida A&M football team and students, I will bring Roland Martin Unfiltered down to Tallahassee and host that town hall. We will live stream that town hall. Not only to our platform, we'll send to the Florida A&M YouTube channel, their Facebook page, to the alumni page as well. So if y'all the football team, if y'all want to do that town hall, y'all give me a call. Email is roland@rolandsmartin.com. I will bring this show down, and we will actually do that and take every question. The president should stand there unless you show up. All you gotta do is call.
That's what's up. I'm gonna definitely clip that, and I'm gonna put it all over my YouTube. They definitely gonna make that happen.
And that's what happens when you own your shit. Simple as that. Scotty, y'all, subscribe to All the Scripts YouTube channel, please. Let's get those numbers up. Scotty, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Time roll.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are black beyond measure.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Oh, no punches!
I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, there's a difference between Black Star Network and black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?